get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Scrimmage back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
6 yards still to go here on second and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
To throw is Newton. And some room to work. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, Rush. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Rush. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down now after the pass completion. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Play action. It's Newton. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Left, Elliott, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go. 3-19.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First and 10. Rush. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Newton to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Escaping the pressure right, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rush. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Rush. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to throw, Newton. Looking downfield for Dez. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down. Rush. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Rush. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Elliott running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go. Green.
Here's Rush to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So they're operating in the red zone.
Set. Blue, landing. Blue. No. Check.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the 1st half is winding down, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before break. Rush Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. The give is to Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Good move at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
To throw is Rush. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on 2nd down, Rush. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A give to Elliott running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Throwing here, Rush. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the gun, here's Newton. Going deep for Benjamin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, don't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken on the 25. Fights through and now a crease. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his second, third quarter in Indy. And the Colts have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Final minute now of the third quarter. They fake the give. Newton. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now come the Cowboys. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Strong left. Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, rush. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Looking to throw on second down. Rush. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys add on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go to Johnson again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Rush. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And some space here. Room to run past midfield. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Dumping it off for Johnson. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Throwing is Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. this one to the 23-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now Johnson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Colts adding to their total as they're able to stretch their lead in that one. A win would be their second on the young season. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another